In the last episode of Chaos War, we saw that Mikaboshi destroyed Hell and made all the demons, gods, and all the prisoners of Hell his slaves. And now they are heading towards Earth in the guise of Ares. Earth was already in an escalating situation, but then due to the power of Mikaboshi, all the humans went into a coma. Surgery, doctors, planes, pilots, people driving cars, everyone was unconscious. That is, many lives were going to end at that moment. But then Hercules stops time to reduce destruction. What will happen next, we will know in today's episode. But guys, before starting the video, if you haven't seen the last episode yet, then watch it from here. Or you will also get the link in the description. Now let's start the third episode of Chaos War without any delay. Hercules had stopped time to save these humans. But then in parallel, as I have already told you, Mikaboshi had attacked the dimension of Hell. He kills Zeus there, which Hercules felt in the atmosphere. He says, "Father," and then time started again. Cars on the roads that had stopped in time started colliding with each other. Planes started crashing from the sky. As soon as he saw this, Thor said, "No, Hercules, you can't leave her in time." Hercules! But guys, what had to happen has happened now. The whole Earth turns into a swamp in 6 minutes. There was dust, fire, smoke, and maybe nothing but dead people all around. Thor says, "I couldn't reach those people in time." On this, Amadeus, looking at the wormhole device in his hand, said, "Don't worry, these people are still asleep. Although badly burned, the brain is broken. But they are still alive. You did a good job, hug." Guys, as I said, all the hells have been destroyed. The natural balance between death and life is no longer there. So where will the dead go? Hercules said, "No, I didn't do this. I lost control. I thought I heard Father Zeus's voice." Thor says, "Your father Hades has it. This battle is yours and mine too. We have to face it ourselves, Hercules. So let's go now. Let's collect all the scattered gods in the time we have left. And make a solid defense." But Amadeus said to him, "Oh, forget it. We already had the most powerful gods on Earth. Don't feel bad. But still we were badly hurt. If we have to go, we should go to the biggest gods." Hercules says with a smile, "I had already thought about it." And with this, Hercules summons Eternity with his power. Eternity said in anger, "Who dared to summon Eternity?" Amadeus was surprised. This is the omnipresent abstract Eternity itself. This is the sum of all things. Thor said, "Yes, I know." Eternity looked at Hercules and said, "Little Hercules, you have grown up." So Hercules replied, "Yes, and so have our enemies." Eternity says, "Yes, the Chaos King, but I can't help you in this." Hercules said, "But he wants to destroy everything. You had already helped us fight all these dangers. Like when Thanos came." As Eternity said in response, Thanos wanted to kill everyone. So Hercules asked, "Is there any difference between the two?" Eternity says, "Chaos King, he himself is the darkness and darkness, which existed before existence. He is an anti-god. He is such a void, against which I am defined. He and I walk together. My fight with him means fighting with myself." Hercules said, "But if he wins, then you will be destroyed with everyone." Eternity replied, "Yes, that's why I hope you guys will defeat him." And then he leaves. Hercules said, "Did anyone understand anything?" Then Metis says, "Yes, I understood. But leave him now. Summon Infinity or Living Tribunal or something else." But guys, Hercules stopped him and said, "No, now I will only summon the one I know well. Like eternal Circe. Circe, I summon you. I join the team to keep everything safe for our fight." Guys, Circe reaches there from the far end of the universe. She smiled and said, "Hercules, I am very happy, but to be honest, I am also a little confused." Hercules said, "The power of your transmutation makes you the most powerful of all the Eternals. But more importantly, you alone have spent the most time among humans and saved them. You and I have fought many battles together as Avengers. I know how you are hiding your spirit behind this smile." Circe said, "O Lion of Olympus, don't tell all my secrets like this. Just tell me that you have chosen someone else for this team." "Oh, Thor and this boy, of course. And by the way, where's Athena? She has been guiding you for a long time." Hercules said, "Yes, until she didn't try to kill me. And now she ran away when I came back." Circe asked, "But what will we do without her knowledge?" Then Hercules said, "Amadeus has more knowledge than her. And Thor has that heart that he didn't have." Laughing at this, Hercules said, "No, boy. What I meant to say was that he really cares about this place. Very few gods are like this who really do this. And if necessary, Thor can give his immortal life to save the world 1,000 times. So Circe said, well, very good, Hercules. You are right, but still this new god squad needs a little more power. On this, Hercules says with a smile, if that's the case, then. And guess what? In the next moment, he teleports Galactus and Silver Surfer there. Thor looks at Galactus and says, you're kidding, right? Silver Surfer said in anger, stubborn fools. Galactus was just a few moments away from consuming a planet full of nitrogen. But you teleported us here, on this planet, which I have repeatedly tried to save against our will. Thor says, novel Silver Surfer, calm down. We Earth gods have brought your master here to face a very big danger. But Silver Surfer attacked Thor with his energy beam and said, no danger can be greater than Galactus. That's why we block Thor's path like Mjolnir. You're calling us fools, Space Surfer. Chaos King wants to destroy the entire food supply of Galactus. All the planets, all the universe, even the reality itself. Silver Surfer stopped Thor's hammer from his board and said, Galactus has once endured the destruction of the universe. There is no danger from anything other than his hunger. But now that you have brought him here, now he will consume this world and quench his hunger. But then Hercules punched him hard and said, maybe you can explain to him when you wake up. Silver Surfer was far away from Hercules' one punch. And then Circe holds Silver Surfer in her fist made of stone made of her power and says, hey shiny power cosmic, no one has such power that can control it. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you about myself. Silver Surfer breaks the fist and says, get out of my way, godlings. Or else I won't take any guarantee of your safety. Because I have to summon a lot of energy to take my master away from here. Which you can't touch. Silver Surfer is about to do this. That's when he sees his wife and Circe. Silver Surfer said, Shalabel, he went to her. Circe couldn't understand anything. She says, oh what? But Silver Surfer was very emotional. He says, you came back to me, Shalabel. I have a lot to tell you. All this was going on. That's when Venus said behind him, and how many times do I have to tell you that? You need love. Thank you for telling me this, Amadeus. Because actually Venus, the goddess of love, was doing all this. Amadeus said, no problem, Veer. How is Delphine now? Venus replied, I tried, but she's still asleep like the rest. Forgive me, Amadeus. Hercules said, all right, Venus. Welcome to the team. Now you tell me, will your enchantment devourer of worlds work? She looks at Galactus and says, forgive me. He doesn't have a heart. Amadeus said, but you know he has a brain. And as I see, he's not taking out his planet-eating machine according to his usual sense. So you can consider him a silent minority, right? Someone said from behind, I'll pray that you're right, boy. I, Demon Hallstrom, am coming from the domain of my father's destruction. That is King has won the underworld. Death itself has been freed from there. Amadeus said, really? That's why the people here slept in the broken plane without dying. So should I ask if it's in our favor or is there a downside to it? Demon Hallstrom replied, there's just a little problem. It's called Hell on Earth. Since the beginning of humanity, all the souls of the dead have been gathered in the netherworlds. It's been like this for centuries. But now they're all awake. And with this, we see Zeus, Ares, Hera, and whoever was in hell, they're all coming out of hell. Meanwhile, in the throne room of the Council of Godheads, Walder was saying, get up, kings and queens of the heavens, and follow me to war. That is King has destroyed the underworld. He woke up Zeus, Hera, and Ares from the slumber of death. And by making them his slaves, he has unleashed Hercules, Thor and his brave god heroes on his team. This is what Walder was saying, but then this god has started doing something. So the other god says, wait, Amaterasu. What are you doing? Amaterasu said, we're sealing the throne room so that no one can get out. Brave Walder, if we let you go to attack, then Chaos King will reach this chamber through you. And from here, he will find the secret ways to all the divine realms. Walder says, but we should help them. Otherwise Midgard will be destroyed. Amaterasu said, you're crying for the dead. This is their nature. They've always been defeated. When the time comes, we'll help them. But first, we have to save our phantoms and the energies of creation. This is what Walder asks, then what will happen to brave Hercules, brother Thor? Amaterasu replied, by then, Hercules and his friends will have to take care of themselves. On Earth, Hercules was leading the God Squad. He said, Thor, lightning, Circe, transmutation, hellstorm, fire, surfer, attack the power cosmic. But guys, nothing happened to Zeus, Hera, and Ares. Then Ares said, "Oh, poor brother. We didn't even get a scratch from your mighty god squad attack." Hercules says, "Brother Ares, why would I harm my own family? I was just trying to calm you down by singing Venus's enchanted songs." And then guys, we see with this, Venus started controlling everyone with her magical voice. "Dear father, mother, brother, sons, remember the love that unites you all. And stop fighting each other." Amadeus could clearly see the effect of Venus. He said to Thor, "I know this is the effect of Venus's songs. But really, I love you, man." Thor says, "Control yourself a little bit. And I love you just as much. But we'll never talk about this again." Then Hercules said to everyone, "Can't you feel it, Father Zeus? This bond between the two of us. The bond between all the creatures on earth and you." Zeus replied, "Yes, my son. I can feel it even without Venus's magic. Every atom in my body is telling me not to do this. But now it doesn't matter." As soon as Zeus's words were about to end, Ares punched Hercules in the face. Hercules is now serious. He stopped Ares and said, "Enough is enough. I know you enjoy violent wars. But still, you must have learned something from the nights you spent with Aphrodite. Listen to your heart, brother." Then Hera stopped him and said, "Fool, love has nothing to do with it. You always misunderstood your stepmother Hera. But now listen to me. We've all become slaves to the Chaos King. We won't stop fighting until the smallest part of creation gets caught up in chaos and darkness." Zeus looked at Thor and said, "Little Thunderer, come and meet your master." This episode ends here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then do subscribe. And yes, press the bell icon to turn on notifications. Otherwise, you won't see my videos on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.